Hi, welcome to ONY International free video session for International Trading Documentation Part 1. International trading is a world economic activity between bilateral or multilateral countries and companies. As you know, every country has own business culture, currency, and economical system, and this system require the variety of the documents depend on each country has regulated for international transportation protocol. The agreement between importer and supplier or exporter or between country and country require documents and protocol for both sides for rights during trade. The requirement documents are enormously expensive, different type of to be submitted for each different regulated systematically. Here I will explain the basic requirement for essential documents for exportations. The documents including commercial invoice and packing list, manufacturer, analysis country, and certificate of inspection of the originated certificate of origin, veterinary certificate, ocean bill of lading, master bill of lading, airway bill, straight of the bill of lading, orders, household bill of lading, insurance copy, insurance certificate, warehouse receipt, and delivery order, and so on and so. Before we start into this topic, everyone should know how the international trading procedure works. As you can find on my website, how the international trade will be made between seller and buyer. As you can see, the name of the general exportation documents. SLI, a shipper's letter of instructions, is a letter from the exporter instructing the freight forwarder on the how and where to handle export their shipments. The exporter is granting permission to the forwarder. They act as an authorized forwarding agent for U.S. export control and customs. EEI, Electronic Export Informations, as well known Shipper Export Declarations as previously. Electronic Export Information it serves as a census records of U.S. exports. Many reports are generated by the government using these statistics. Because of the commodities export license designations appear on the form. The EEI serves as a regulatory documents. The EEI also required for the shipments when the commodity value exceeded more than $2,500 per Schedule B, which is as its classifications. EEI must also be prepared regardless the value for all the shipments that require the export license or the shipments in the embargo country. This form can be filled out by either you or either freight forwarder or either authorized agent if the power of attorney has been recognized. Who filed with the U.S. Customs Border Protection, which called it CBP, throughout the AES is Automated Export System, or AES Direct, which called it ACE in 2020, and provided ITM to the carrier in accordance with the timeline. EEI also the various exemptions to see the applicable to your shipments. Commercial invoice. Commercial invoice is the first official documents when the commodity is all to get ready before the shipping. If importer and exporter both agree on all shipments on the pro forma invoice, the commercial invoice will be the same as a pro forma invoices as well. If any of the information changes on the pro forma invoice, such as quantity of the goods or the type of the packaging, the prices, etc., commercial invoice has to be revised based on the chances however it's limited. A commercial invoice has shown type of the commodity, piece count, and unit prices, total value of the goods. In addition to that is the proof of the sales agreement. All the other requirement documents needs to be prepared based on the information on the commercial invoice. For example, all the information of the bill of lading, insurance copy, certificate of origin must be matched with the information that provided on the commercial invoice. To avoid any problems during the import process, some of the information should be mentioned on the commercial invoice, such as the port of loading, original country of the commodity is produced partially or fully, origin of the goods, port of discharge or port of destination city, unit prices of the goods, total value of the commodity, and Incoterms. Unit price of each item must be shown on the commercial invoice, enabled to customs entry as a destination, and calculated duty amount correctly. Packing list. Packing list is a packing including the quantity, description, and weights, and the document help the custom broker during custom entries and the process and carrier to determine the piece count. Master bill of lading. An ocean bill of lading is called master bill of lading. It's receipt of the cargo and also contract for the transportation between an exporter and the carrier, which is steamship line as well as it's called the vessel. House bill of lading. House bill of lading is a document created by ocean transport intermediary, which is called OTI, such as the freight forwarder or non-vessel operating company, NVO, as a non-vessel operating as common carrier, NVOCC. The document is acknowledgement for the receipt of the goods that are to be shipped. It is issued to the supplier once the cargo has been received and may be used for a letter of credit or the master bill of lading. House bill of lading included that the name, address of the supplier who delivered to the shipments to freight forwarder and the consignee who freight forwarder delivered the shipments to. Documents are also including specific information about the items shipped and value of the shipment contract. OGA, Other Government Agency, is the division of the United States federal government of the regulated specific product imported or exported from the U.S. Along with the CBP, however, foreign countries' customs required some information and regulate depend on the merchandise. Some OGAs, including Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service, which is called APHIS. Federal Drug Administration, as well known, FDA. Environmental Protection Agency is called EPA. And Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearm is called ATF, and so on. So you need to consult to your freight forwarder or some other agency as well known about how your products should be subject for these OGA.